Hi, and welcome to the Soul Garden, where we explore the inner and outer workings of living in a connected world. My name is Georgina Langdale, and I'm delighted to welcome you here. I'm talking today about the eclipse that's coming up. It's coming up on the 21st of June, and in New Zealand, where I am, it's going to be at 6:39 or 6:40 p.m. And it's very interesting. So I'm going to take a little dive into it, so buckle up because here we go. Sunday the 21st of June is the new moon. It's also the solstice. So here in the southern hemisphere, it is the shortest day of the year, the longest night. And in the northern hemisphere, it's the summer solstice, longest day, shortest night. And we've got this eclipse. So it's really kind of extraordinary because it's at 0 degrees Cancer in the 6th house, which is all about the Great Mother. The first thing I'm going to look at is new moon. You know, when new moon comes, the moon disappears from the sky. The lights are out. And the new moon is that time where you can really start to put plans and things into place to manifest as you start to work your way up towards the full moon. So there's this real sense of creating a path, creating a goal, a direction. I also think of it in terms of the tide. You know, the tide comes in, and then it's slack, and then it goes out. So the new moon is like that time of slack tide, that pause between movement. So you've got this sense of the lights going out. The sun and the moon are known as the luminaries. And new moon, here in the southern hemisphere, the light's gone out. Then it's also forming a solar eclipse. So the sun, where it will be shining, will be going out. All the lights are turned out. So I'm really interested in exploring the idea of, in all this darkness, what is the light that we want to move forward with? I've been working with a few of my clients over the last few days, and I've really been suggesting to them ways that they can use to turn their interior light on, to create that sense of holding the torch they're going to move forward with. I think it's a kind of exciting idea, and we'll delve a bit more into that in a moment. The other thing about this eclipse, new moon, there's also the north node of the moon right there with the sun and the moon. So the north node is the northernmost point of the moon's orbit, and it's often a point that's thought of in terms of kind of destiny, the destined unfolding of things. So, a lot going on, but we know that there's a lot going on in our world at the moment, and a lot of it is really, really scary. You know, we're juggling a whole lot of huge societal issues, and issues that have the ability to really transform our society for better or for worse. And a lot of people are feeling very, very nervous, understandably, about this time. It's like, we're going into a dark night of the soul. Call me Pollyanna if you want, but hey, you know, we've got to get through all of this, and I like to look for the positive ways that we can do that. So the sun and the moon are conjunct in the constellation of Cancer. And that is where the moon is really happy residing. And Cancer is all about care. It's about the mother, mothering, kind of the deep feminine. And if you were looking at an astrological chart, you'd see that this is in the 6th house. Now, the 6th house is seen as the place of service to others. So here we have the deep feminine, that destined deep feminine in the service to others. The other planet that is not very far away from all of this as well is Mercury, also in Cancer. And Mercury is that winged messenger that is moving through the sky, passing messages around the universe. Mercury is also seen as the ruler in our bodies of nerves and language, our tongue, the passing of messages on from synapse to synapse or person to person. And it's a really, and also Mercury is more generally about communication. So I see that this is a really potent blend of astral forces. We've got the eclipse in the place of care, that sense of destiny, the mothering, the communication, the being of service to others. So amid all the darkness that is around us now, with issues going on in the world, I see this also as a real point to go, how do I want to step up and be of service to others, to mother in a better way of being, to bring in that deep feminine principle. I see it very much related to the environment, to Gaia, to Mother Earth. How do we bring forward the needs of the mother? And how do we mother all of the lost children that we've become? So I think there is a huge amount to work with here, in a positive way, in a bringing us back towards the light rather than getting stuck in the darkness around us right now. I've been suggesting ways that they use this time to be really, really cognizant of this moment, to set your goals in place to move forward with care and compassion. One of the things I've said to someone is they're going to use some of my calendula plant essence. So a plant essence is a form of vibrational medicine, really. It's like creating a quantum connection with the energy of plants. And calendula has an energy of, well, in medicinal use, it's antiseptic and antiviral and anti-inflammatory. So it's very good for wound repair, healing wounds, healing societal wounds. It's ruled by the sun. So if you have, a drop of calendula plant essence in water at the time of the eclipse, at that moment that the sun is going out, you're bringing the energy of the sun within. You're bringing in the energy of wound healing into your whole kind of soul and being. Kind of beautiful, huh? Another plant that is great to work with in a similar way is rosemary. Again, rosemary is ruled by the sun. Its botanical name is Rosmarinus officinalis. And if you think about that name, Rosmarinus, it is by the sea. It's a Mediterranean plant, coastal. So it has that heat and that sun, but there's something cooling about rosemary, kind of cooling the fires of discontent that are burning around our world right now. Also, rosemary is a plant of fidelity and remembrance. It's used in pagan hand fasting festivals to represent fidelity, and it's used in funeral wreaths to represent remembrance. And in medicinal use, it's actually really great for stress, headaches, and for aiding focus and concentration. So as we're creating this moment to to create our code that we want to step forward with. Rosemary really sharpens that focus while cooling the troubled waters all around us. I invite you to have a think about how you want to step forward from this eclipse. The thing I like about working with these natural signals are they put us in sync with the whole world around us. Marsilio Ficino is a philosopher and a physician in the late 1400s, and he talked about the idea of the planets within. So the way the planets and stars and things are in the sky above us, we also have that in our interior world. Nicholas Culpeper, great British herbalist in the 1600s, he said, we're all made of stardust. We're all made of the same matter, but it's those resonances with that energy that's coming from the heavens that kind of motivates us in different ways. So, working with these natural signs and signals is a way of us getting in sync with our world again. And, we've become so disconnected from it. But here's a chance to reconnect, to reset. So get a piece of paper and write down maybe some of the things that you just want to let go of at this eclipse, things that you need to kind of move aside, they've served their purpose. And then write down the things that you want to bring into your world. Whatever it is, kindness, love, the ability to listen, helping our fellow human beings, planting more plant flowers in your garden, whatever it is, that's your call. But write them down and think about how they are going to help you really step forward into this new day. When it comes to the time of the eclipse, 6:40 p.m. Sunday the 21st of June in the Southern Hemisphere, here in New Zealand anyway, why don't you burn those pieces of paper of the things you want to let go of? And then why don't you burn the pieces of paper with the things you want to bring in, to let that fire kind of create that energy, create that force. In shamanic work, there is a fire ceremony where you kind of scoop that, it's like you scoop that energy of the fire into your solar plexus, bringing that energy in so it can help drive you forward. You could make a rosemary tea or add calendula to your evening meal. Calendula petals are beautiful in a salad or something. You could, if you have plant essences of calendula, you could sip or anoint yourself with that. So many things to do. And I think that consciously doing something to positively prepare yourself for moving through the next few months and through this time of unrest and pandemic and fear of the future. It's getting your intent in the right place. It's getting you in right relationship with the world around you. It's turning the lights on. It's bringing together all that deep feminine energy. And with Mercury, it's speaking with that wisdom and with that drive to be of service in a really beautiful way. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. You can find more information from me over on my website, georginalangdale.com. If you'd like me to really look into your interior world, to really place you within the natural world, check out my Find Your Magic offering. That also in itself opens the doors to a whole lot of other ways that I can work with you to help you connect to nature to transform your life. Okay, see you soon. Bye.